This is a tutorial on how to set up the calendar booking, specifically cow.com or GoHighLevel. So if I hover over this this question mark here, we organize and display your calendar availability into distinct time slots for scheduling appointments. Here's an example of the available slots for booking: Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and from 11:15 to 12 p.m. So we organize the time slots in time windows, basically, because it's easier for the AI to manage, basically, if we give it time windows. And we give it these time windows from your calendar availability and put them at the bottom of the prompt. So if this is your prompt, just imagine, you are a helpful assistant, okay? And then you send that prompt into us. We're adding the dates. Just imagine dates here. We're adding the dates at the bottom of your prompt, basically. So when you're prompting it, you don't need to prompt it on how to present the dates and times. You'll just need to prompt it in the scenario of when to schedule the appointment. So let's say your helpful assistant wants the person. Let's say you're working for a business. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Once the person is interested in the service, offer to schedule an appointment. Okay, and then the rest of your prompt, XYZ, etc. So this is all you'd have to do, because we're sitting it at the bottom of the prompt and telling it when the action is fired to schedule the appointment. This is the rules for scheduling, and this is the availability. So we take care of all of that for you guys. So you'll just need to, like I said, just prompt it on when to offer to schedule the appointment, and then it will take care of the rest for you in the back end. Now, to get you guys familiar with how to actually get your calendar credentials, click this button. You have two options. You have cow.com or GoHighLevel. For cow.com, we support the regular calendar, but also the round robin / teams calendar. We don't support that on GoHighLevel currently because GoHighLevel requires you to use the 2.0 API. I won't get too technical, but it's difficult to be able to allow round robin on GoHighLevel because they don't allow you to access the calendar with just your API key and just your GHL calendar ID. It's more complex than that. So we may have it in the future, but for now, if you want round robin, you have to use cow.com. But you can use the simple calendar on cow.com or the simple calendar on GoHighLevel. So to get your cow.com username, API key, and event ID, I will walk you through these steps here. To get your username, once you log into cow.com, you go to settings, and this is your username right here. So you just copy this, go back up to the dashboard, paste this in. Now to get your API key, you'll go back to cow.com, you'll click API keys here, then you'll click add, name the key, demo video. Now, this is important. We don't want the key to expire because you'll have to go back into your agents and replace the key once it expires. And then one day you'll see that your demo booking just stops working. So you want to toggle this, never expires, and then hit save. This is the API key right here. You want to copy this, go back over to the dashboard, put in your API key. Now to get your event ID, you go back. You'll go to one of your meetings, whichever one you'd like the AI to book on. So I'm going to pick my 30-minute meeting. Click on this. My event ID is right here in the URL bar. So I'm going to take this event ID right here and paste it here like this. And one important thing to note here is calendar booking on cow.com will not work if you have questions required to book the appointment. So I went to the advanced tab, and these are the booking questions. Other than name, email, you don't want to have any of these questions required because the AI won't be able to book. All the AI will have is the person's name, email address to be able to book. So if you add any of these other questions that are required, it will fail on the API side to book your appointment. So, and it's like this by default. So if you guys don't change any settings in the advanced, then it'll work just fine. I just want to make sure that you guys don't change any of these and wonder why your appointment is not booking. Okay, if I were to hit validate cow.com API key, it would say validation successful for this. But now I want to show you guys how to do round robin. So round robin, if I go to event types, there's a couple differences. So your user ID or username is going to be different for round robin. So I'm going to click this round test here. Actually, I'm sorry, going to settings, then I'm going down to teams. Click profile. This is your username if you're using round robin appointment booking. This number right here, the 14722 is mine. So you'll find it in the URL. So once again, you go to settings, you go down to teams, and then you go to profile, and you will see this in the URL bar. This is only for round robin booking. So go back to AI dashboard. I'm going to take the username. I'm going to put this here. So for round robin, the username will be numbers. And then for regular cow.com booking, the username will be letters basically, or whatever username that you made. So round robin booking, it's going to be numbers. Settings, teams, profile, you get these numbers right here. Your API key will stay the same. And now let's get the event ID. You get it similar to the regular calendar booking. We will go to the round robin calendar. And the event ID is right here in the URL bar, same as the regular calendar event ID. So it's the 58 number for me. I'm going to click copy. And go back over, and I'm going to copy it or paste it here. That's the event ID. So if I hit validate cow.com API key, it would say validation successful, and it will be added to the agent. You have to add the calendar information to each agent that you create. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to get the GHL information. So I have a account open in GoHighLevel. If I go here, I've already clicked on calendars. So you click on calendars, you hit create calendar. You have to create a simple calendar. A round robin, class booking, collective booking, service calendar will not work right now. So you have to use the simple calendar. Click select, you'll name it test. You can name it whatever you'd like, but I'm gonna name it test calendar. Test cal video. Make sure it's okay. Meeting duration, your availability. I hit confirm. Okay. In this link here, this is where you'll find the calendar ID. This is it right here. This is the calendar ID at the end of the URL. So if I go here to dashboard, I'd paste it here. And this is another note. The GHL calendar ID has to be in the GHL account that is under the login that you're currently under. So if you're an agency and you have clients, you cannot put your calendar ID into one of your sub-clients' accounts because we're pulling the GHL API key that you put into your profile to get or to access this GHL account. So to make sure that wasn't too confusing, it has to be under the same GoHighLevel sub-account that the client ID or username that you're trying to set the calendar up for is mapped under. So in simple terms, if it's your GoHighLevel account, you have to put in one of your calendar IDs. If it's one of your clients' GoHighLevel accounts, you have to put in one of their GoHighLevel client IDs or calendar IDs. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to get this ID. If I close here, you see test calendar. This is the ID here as well. So you can just hit the copy button. And now I have the ID copied. Back here, you would paste it. You have to set the time zone in which you want the AI to pull the dates and also present them. So if you want it to present the dates in Eastern and book on Eastern time zone, meaning that it's calling people on the East Coast, and you want it to say, 9 a.m. ET or 9 a.m. and it meaning 9 a.m. Eastern time, then you would select Eastern here. Then you would click validate GHL calendar ID. Then you'll get a validation successful message, and this box will disappear. And that is how you add the cow.com and GHL calendar bookings.